Hey guys, KFARR back again once again. So this has been a great week and a half, week and a couple days for the debunkers, but not so much the frauditing community. This video is going to be Accountability Angel. It's about 6-7 minutes long. But before we do that, we are going to address some things that happened over the last couple days. Frauditor Troll put out a video where Chili wanted 25,000. He sounded desperate, sounded like he was at his breaking point. Well, last night, an hour before I finished my live stream, there was another call where now apparently, allegedly, he wants 50,000 and he's literally broken. Jailbroke Chili in less than a week because he needs constant attention. Someone just needs to be feeding his ego constantly, and they're not doing that in jail. So him and his cellmate are taking turns turning around, plugging the ears and humming while the other one takes a shit and flushes 51 seconds in, so the shit word is good to go. And then when I woke up this morning, how many comments? 49. I have to go look at those. Craig Hendry's girlfriend, I'm assuming, put this out. Craig had a bond hearing this morning through Zoom. $25K. I would read all this if you guys want to. Go over to that page and read it. It is what it is. But it's basically her crying about, oh, Craig, had to make the tough decision to turn himself in. He's not a flight risk. There's no history of him being one. It does not matter. It's what he did in this case. That's why it's $25,000. And I'm waiting to hear the outcome of Chris Ryder, a.k.a. for Public Safety. He also had a trial today, or the end of one. In conclusion, if you will. He got paperwork the other day saying, yes, today is his date for his probation violation from 1998. Again, I'm waiting to hear the outcome of that. Either he's going to get on and complain, or hopefully he goes to jail and Tiffany gets on and complains. But anywho, like I said, we are here to cover Accountability Angel. That was a little long-winded, 2 minutes already, but Accountability Angel, this video is great because she just whines, and I'll talk about it when she starts to whine, why it's stupid. Enjoy the video.
Here we have Officer Austin Bray from the LaSalle, Illinois Police Department. Bray is a 1-year veteran of the PD. He is also the new current babysitter for the LaSalle City Council meetings, and he does not know the 5 elements of the First Amendment.
She likes to do this game where she will go up with answers that she Googled and then ask them Jeopardy-like questions. The 5 parts of the First Amendment, assembly, speech, press, religion, and like redressing your government or petitioning the government, yada, yada, yada. Congratulations, Angel. You Googled some answers that don't apply to you in an attempt to, skirt responsibility for you putting hands on an officer. Sorry.
Bray decided the best course of action was to insult me by claiming I was there trying to get attention. I found this to be rather upsetting because just minutes before I had to fight hard to pull out of an anxiety attack while I was actively giving my speech. You said in your interview that police officers are heroes, Bray. Well, be a hero. Don't ever treat me like that again.
So you put yourself in a position through wanting clicks and views on YouTube where you would have a panic attack. And now you're claiming victim because somebody saw through your act and called it how it was. You're doing this for attention. That is it. I don't know if this is the only way you can make money or what's going on, but that's why you're doing this. This is why you're a glorified prank channel. Also, or what? Don't talk to you like that again, or what? Are you going to put hands on him too?
My name is Angel. Before I get started, I'd like to request that you all lift your heads and listen. John Duncan, Mr. Finance Director. I must admit, you seem like an intelligent, fairly pleasant man from our few encounters. With that being said, I have uncovered some issues. On February 29th, there was a hearing at the downtown Ottawa courthouse. I find myself disappointed in you as you made false allegations in an attempt to have Mr. Hicks arrested on felony charges. Deputy Arthur investigated the incident, speaking with you and later speaking to Mr. Hicks at his home. According to his report, after the hearing, you claimed that in the courtroom, prior to the start of the hearing, that you were threatened by Mr. Hicks. You specifically stated that he hoped he didn't see you outside because he'd kick your ass, right? 2 others made similar statements. Brent Bader told deputies that Jamie said he hopes he doesn't catch John outside. Deputy Pastrick, who was watching over the courtroom during the hearing, reported he witnessed no issues with Mr. Hicks' behavior. He also reported he heard you telling Deputy Arthur that you only wanted the incident documented. The next day, March 1st, Deputy Arthur reported that he received a message to call you and did so. He stated that you asked if the report was finished for Jamie threatening to whip the fuck out of you, also asking what was going to be done about it. You again repeated that your claim was now that Jamie had threatened to whip the fuck out of you, and that you now want to press felony charges. The report states that you were notified that this claim is entirely different than what you had first reported to Deputy Arthur.
All right, folks, so let me start this by saying I don't know exactly which incident she's talking about. With that being said, this kind of sounded like the Office picture or the Office meme where it's Pam and she says those are the same picture, and it's a picture of Jim and Asian Jim. Those are the same picture. What she just described was the exact same thing, except for one time it was polite and the other time after a day of stewing and sitting about it, it was less polite. I'm going to catch you outside and fight you versus I'm going to whip the fuck out of you. Yeah, Angel, that's the same statement. Just again, one's polite, one's not polite. Also, if you say you want it documented just for, future reference, sure, you can say that. But you also can say the next day, after thinking about it, this is a little bit more serious than I thought last night in the moment. Yes, I would like charges pressed. Turns out you can do that as well. So basically, she's crying to cry about something that has nothing to do with her. It's very strange.
Remember, John, you originally stated that Jamie threatened to kick your ass outside. Believe me, I was shocked that an honest deputy handled this investigation. After all, this is the same sheriff's office that had me kidnapped 3 years ago. Even they weren't willing to go along with this mess.
Now, this case I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with, where she physically put hands on an officer and then, I got kidnapped. No, you got held accountable for your actions. Your name's Accountability Angel, but yet you never want to take accountability for your own actions.
Shoot, these attacks on Mr. Hicks are so outrageous, our crooked state's attorney hasn't taken up any of the recent allegations made. I commend the deputies involved for doing the right thing, doing their job honestly. These are people's real lives you're messing with, John, Mr. Mayor, Brent. You don't use your positions, tax dollars, and sworn officers to attack the people who challenge your behaviors. It's illegal and it's wrong. Mr. Duncan, I read where you told the deputy that Jamie was upset, claiming you were talking behind his back. He said you did not do that. Of course you did. Remember, you were telling me on my audio recording. None of that was true. Filing false police reports, switching from your original story is dangerous for everyone involved. The exact words used in a situation could end up with someone being in prison or the LaSalle County Jail, home of the only brownie I've ever gagged on.
Bullshit.
Your credibility went right out the window that day, John. Mr. Grove, you are doing the citizens and the city employees a huge disservice by participating in and encouraging these behaviors. I explained to you what happened with me in the sheriff's office. Turning in corruption has cost me thousands of dollars, 6 weekends in jail, and being abused in handcuffs by Larry Majerus. My case is in the middle of the appeals process, but I'm no longer paying for it. Both the defense and the prosecution are now being covered by the taxpayers. Many of those taxpayers are residents of this city. Both the defense, you can't count on people being scared into a plea deal if you maliciously or wrongfully arrest them. I was offered a cushy plea deal, no freedom camp, aka jail, no record, but I knew I couldn't. Over these 3 years, the taxpayers have funded tens of thousands of dollars used in my misdemeanor charges. The actual number continues to grow.
I don't really know how to explain this or talk to Accountability Karen at this point. I know she's going to be here later, flapping her gums in the chat. I do not care. I do not care. You're basically saying in this video that you refuse to take responsibility for your own actions, that you yourself and your brother recorded you breaking the law, and you refuse to say, yep, that's my bad. You did 6 weekends in jail, I want to say, and 6 weeks in jail, thousands of dollars for your defense, all for something that you could have just said, yeah, my bad. I did that. It's on camera, my bad. You see this time and time again. The people we covered at the beginning of the video. Craig's doing it. Chili's doing it. Flex Your Freedoms, grandma guy, he's in jail. He's doing the same thing. Chris is going to do it if he gets out. Craig's doing it right now. All of these people want others to pay for their actions, and now she's passing it off onto the taxpayer. Instead of saying, I did my time, I'll do better. Nope. She's going to keep making the taxpayers pay money because she can't take responsibility for her actions.
In fact, the Supreme Court moved my appeal to a new district in the interest of justice. Some of us do stand up, no matter how hard that may be. You better think about the type of world you want to leave for your children, grandchildren, and neighbors, because abusing the power you have, going far beyond the scope of your authority, will be more devastating for our future generations than it is for any of us here today. I appreciate those of you who have enough decency to look up and listen to our comments. Turning your ears off and putting your head down simply fails everyone.
This rant is taking me so many different places that I've had to do it like 5-6 times already. But she's about to go off on some random tangent that we're going to listen to so I can shit on when she's done. But what kind of world do I want to leave for my soon-to-be 5 children? I want to leave for my children a world that is completely void of criminal grifters who will lie, steal, cheat from anyone and everyone just to get a few views on YouTube. I want to know that when I, go at the ripe age of like 111, that these people no longer exist. They're forced to go back to being the fry guy at McDonald's because that's normally all they're qualified to do. I want them to go back and do that. I want to know that there's not going to be any more people physically harming the elderly, women, children. News Now Houston, Civic Duty, looking at you. I want to know that those people aren't out there anymore. I want to know that YouTube, other social media sites aren't paying them to physically, mentally harm other people. That's what kind of world I want to leave for my children, where these people aren't in it anymore.
For the remainder of my time, I'm taking a moment of silence for anyone abused, targeted, falsely arrested, maliciously prosecuted, or murdered by the government. Thanks, John.
Another long one, buckle up. Just her last, the moment of silence for XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Frauditors, sovereign citizens, Moors, they're all basically, if they're not together, they're touching. So let's just break this down for a second. By far, they are criminally probably the worst group of people that they themselves even try to cover. So I don't know why they're trying to take shots at everyone else. Accountability angel, a criminal who physically put hands on somebody. A cop, nonetheless. So, first off, you don't have any room to talk. Sit back down. You take these people, let's say cops. There are some bad cops out there, but if it's 99%, 98% good cops to 1 or 2% bad cops, that's a great community. Politicians, let's give them 80, 90% good, 20, 10% bad. Still a pretty solid community at 80%. Now, take the criminal wrongdoings of the frauditing, sovereign citizen, and Moorish American communities. I can't think of off the top of my head any of them that don't actually have a criminal record. And most of them, I don't want to say most of them, a lot of them, they're actually like legit criminals. Like again, Civic Duty. He's going to plead guilty to some very heinous crimes. News Now Houston got convicted of some very heinous crimes. Oh, God. How many of them are felons? Rogue Nation, looking at you. I don't understand why they're trying to point elbows at other people. Oh, we're gonna, take a moment of silence for the victims of this. Why not take a moment of silence for the victims of the people you guys hurt? How many old ladies have been pepper sprayed? How many children have been physically and mentally abused? How many women have been abused? Again, Craig, looking at you, bud. It's like they have no self-awareness. Take a step back, look at your own community and go, oh shit, we're the problem.
Ray, did you study your 5 elements yet? What? No? Well, what are they? You don't like to play my game. That's terrible. You know what it's called? Community policing. It's part of being about fun stuff. People bring you donuts. You're happy to take a picture, right? Do you not like what I do? Excuse me. Huh? For attention. Do you know how hard it is for me to get up there and do that? That's actually my first time, like 2 times ago. First time ever getting up there. No, that's to educate. Ask Chief Padilla, Chief Raymond. They all had zeros, and then they got 5 out of 5. Actually, the dude from Lab, Jacob Front, he's still at 0. But he's a little friendlier about it, man. You gotta be nice.
So I really don't get accountability Karen here. So she lied right off the bat. She said that he didn't know the 5 elements of the First Amendment, blah, blah, blah. No, he literally just said in this video, I don't know if you guys could hear it, it was kind of loud, I'm not playing your games, Angel. I'm not playing your games. Good on you, bro. Good on you for not feeding into the town clown, if you will. Now, right after that, she invoked the term, that you don't know what community policing is. Yes, community policing has nothing to do with entertaining the village idiot every single time she wants to get some views for YouTube. She said, oh, what about pizza, blah, blah. This is what happened at the police station I worked at. If somebody came up and brought in pizza, thanks. Like, we weren't going to eat that day. Thanks. Like, we really appreciate it. Called in all the cars. If they weren't on runs, they ate and they went back out. Like, thanks. We appreciate the dinner. We appreciate it. I work nights always, so we appreciate the dinner or the midnight snack. Thank you. Donuts. Yes, sure. Thank you. We were not expecting this. We are very grateful for you. Thank you. That's not the same thing as, again, the village idiot coming up to you with a camera and going, I need some content for my YouTube page. What's the 5 elements of the First Amendment? That's the elements. Bye, Angel. Maybe don't put hands on officers next time. Like, why cry about it? Ugh. Do you know how much effort that took me to get up there? You literally have a YouTube channel where, less than 20 people were in that meeting? How many views do you get on YouTube? Stop pretending like, oh, I'm all flustered, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, Angel. Grow up. Take accountability for your own actions. Stop trying to push your bad acts onto other people. It really makes you look like a pathetic piece of shit, honestly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. If you want to go comment under her video, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just saying don't harass her on account of little old me. Again, she's probably going to come over into my video at some point and want to cry because that's kind of like her MO for me at this point. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. Peace.